Hello all, welcome to my channel AJ Studio. This is the second part of the program, that is the structures. In the last program we have discussed about how the structure program is actually showing its output. So now we are going to debug the program line by line. Okay, let me enable all the breakpoints and let us debug line by line. So I'll start debugging by pressing this, okay, and I'll click on this. So you can see always the program starts from void main, over here void main. So I'll click on continue again. Okay, I'll click on continue. So we will see, you can see all the variables got initialized. I mean, not yet initialized. I mean, not all the things are that it is showing over here. You can see over here. If you want, I can scroll down here. So again, we will continue. Okay. So here it will ask for enter the number of students, printf. Okay. Then it went to scanf. Then I will continue here. So it will ask for enter the number of students. Okay, let me give students number as 3 and I'll press enter. So now it's very clear that n value, it's over here, n value is 3 because I have taken the number of students as 3. So n, so it is you can convert this into float, that is capital N. You can see here n is 3.0000. So I'm converting it, and now it will ask for enter the details of the student. So I'll continue with that. Continue. Now you can see for I is equal to 0, I less than n. So I should do the iteration for 3 times, because I should take how many students name, that is 3 students name. That is why 0 to n. 0 to n, 0, I is equal to 0, every time it will increment, and n is less than 3. So 3 less than 3, it will be false and it will come out. So we will see that n is 0. Now it will ask for, you can see I is 0, I is 0 over here. You can see enter the detail of student percentage d I plus 1. I plus 1 means 0, 0 plus 1, 0 plus 1 means 1. It will give enter the student I plus 1. It will display I plus 1 means 0 plus 1. So I will continue. I'll press continue. Now if you want to see what is the output screen, you can see enter the detail of student. It will ask enter the detail of student 1. Why student 1? Because you have given n plus 1. N is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. That is n plus I plus 1, sorry, not n, I plus 1. So 0 plus 1. So now it will ask for student name. Okay, it will ask for student name s0 dot name. Okay, it will store in s0 dot name. The first student will give some other name. Last time we have taken some other name, so we'll take some names. Okay, so we will first name, we'll take it as very simple names. Okay, first name is Anu. Okay, so Anu is the first name. Enter the name. I'll press enter. I'll press enter. So you have taken the name as Anu for first student. Okay, then it will ask the marks for that student, m1, m2, m3, and percentage of s0 dot m1, s0 dot m2, s0 dot m3. That is student, first student m marks, first student second mark, first student third internal marks. That is the way. Okay, so we will see how it will reading the input. Okay, you can see here it will ask enter m1, m2, m3. It will ask m1, m2, m3. I will give the marks for the first student. Okay, 30. Okay, then 34. Okay, then 37. These are the marks. These are the marks 30, 34, and 37. I'll click on enter. I have clicked on enter. Now you should find out the total of a student. So how do you calculate the total of a first student? That is m1, m2 and m3. So if you add m1, m2 and m3, you will get the total of that particular student. You can see over here, it's very simple formula: si dot total, that is si dot m1, si dot m2, si dot m3. Okay, you can see over here, this is a yes student I. Okay, so now we will see what is si dot total. Okay, now I'll continue with this. So now it will find out si dot total. Okay, si dot total. So you can see over here in the when I it is 1 not 1, it is showing that si dot total is 101. How you are going, that is, you can see first internal, that is m1 marks is 30. Okay, first student. M2 marks I have given as, you can see over here when I mouse over, 34, and m3 is 37. When you add these three, you will get total as 101. Okay, next you should see the total for t, that is for every student you should do the total, so that you can calculate the average of the all the three students. So that is why you need that also. So you need to do t plus si dot total. So initially t will be 0, it is over here, t is 0 plus si dot total is 101. Okay, now it's very simple, that is t is 101. Okay, this is the first student total, this is the first student total. So you got first student total, that is a t. Now I'll click on this, continue. So again it went for the for loop, because now I is incremented to 1. I is incremented to 1. You can see over here I is incremented. Now you are reading for second student. Okay, you are reading for second student. I'll give, see here, I plus 1. Okay, you can see the this one, enter the detail of student 2, that is a second student. So I have given first name as Anu. Okay, now we'll give a different name. Okay, that is Shreyu. Okay, so second name is Shreyu. So I'll press enter. So we will see the marks of second student. So here m1, m2, m3, I'm taking the marks. Okay, so scanf si dot 1 si is now I value is 1. You can see over here I value is 1. So you are taking the second student marks. You are taking second student marks. Okay, so now it will ask m1, m2, m3. This is a student, Shreyu is a student. Now I'll give some marks. So now I'll give 31. Okay, first marks of him is 31, and one more marks 35 is a marks. Okay, and one more marks is 37. Okay, 37, 31, 35 and 37. Okay, I'll press enter. I'll press enter. So this is the you can see this is marks of second student. You can see over here, yes, I. Now we will do the total of this. Now we will do the total. This is the second student total. Okay, so now I is of course 1. Okay, now you can see m1 marks is 31, m2 marks is 35, m3 marks is 37, and total is 103. Total is 103. This is si dot total. Okay, s1 dot total, this is s1 dot total. This is the total of second student. Now you should add this total to the previous total. So already in t, you know that in t already 101 is there. Now whatever total has came 103, you will add that. Okay, you can see now very clearly. Now t value is 204. That is first student and second student total. Okay, first student and second student total. Again I'll click on continue, and now I will be incremented to 2. I will be incremented to 2. So now you should it will ask for third student. Okay, now it will give for third student. You are reading third student. Okay, enter name. It came for enter name. I'll click on this, continue, and we will see what will happen. So now you can see enter the detail of student 3. So you have taken the input for student 1, student 2. Okay, now I am going to give the marks for student 3. Okay, So the third student name is Deepak. Okay, the third student name is Deepak. I'm going to click, okay, and I'll press enter. Now we'll see what will happen. So si dot name is Deepak, so it will now printf enter m1 m2 m3. Okay, I'll click on continue. Again I'll click on scanf. Here you are taking the third student marks. You are going to read the third student marks. I'll give one is 29, okay, and 39, and last marks is 27. So 29, 39 and 27, these are the marks of third student. I'll click and press enter. Okay, now I should add the marks of third student, that is I value is 2. I value is 2. So s2 dot m1, s2 dot m1, s2 dot m2, s2 dot m3. So I'm going to add this total, this one. So you can see here it is 95. It is a 95. So si dot total is a 95. How I got 95? Okay, that is m1 is 29, m2 is 39, m3 is 27. When I add these three, you got 95. 95 is the total of third student. Now again you will add this 95 with the t is already 204. 204 plus 95. I'll click on this continue, and you can see that t value is 299. T value is how much? 299. So this t, capital T, is the total of n number of students. Here how many number of students is 3. So it is the total of 3 number students, that is n is 3. So now again we will click on continue. Now it will come out, because I will be 3 less than 3, that is false. It will come out of the for loop. Now you should try to print all the values and find out the average of the each student. Okay, now we will see what will happen. You can see details of the student. You can see over here, now it is printing details of the student. I'll click on continue. Okay, for loop. Okay, now for loop you are going to print all the students which I have entered, whoever I read. Okay, now I am going to write those value. So I is 0, 0 less than 3. So now it will go inside and it is going to print the student. Okay, name, whatever the marks is there, and total. Okay, if you want, you can see over here, name m1, m2, m3. You can see the gap over here. See, after name there is a gap, after m1 there is a gap, after m2 there is a gap, after m3 there is a gap. How we got here? That is very simple. You can see over here, that is this line. After name slash t is there, after m slash t. Slash t means a tab space. Here I have given one tab space. Here I have given 2 tab space after m1. After m2 you can see 2 tab space. After m3 I have given 2 tab space. That is why you are getting gap in between. So this is one tab space. This one is 2 tab space. This one is 2 tab, and this one is 2 tab space. Just to make sure that there should be a space in between the variables. That's why I have given this slash t, slash t, slash t, and all the slash t's. Okay, now I'm going to print the values of all the student. Okay, that is the first student. I am going to print the this value of a student, si of 0, s0 dot name. I'm going to print that. You can see over here, yes, first student name is Anu. You can see here Anu. The what is the marks is 30, m2 is 34, m3 is 37, and you know that total marks, that is 30, 34 and 37 is 101, the total. So the first student Anu has scored m1 as 30, m2 is 34, m3 is 37, total is 101. The same way I'll press once again, I'll click on this continue. Okay, and this is the second student, because I is 2 now. Second student Shreyu, 31, 35 and 37, and the total is 103. Total is 103. This is the second student. Okay, and we shall go for the next student. This I is 2 now. I is how much? 2. You can see over here. I have clicked on this. Now again this is the third student. Third student, you can see over here, third student is Deepak, 29, 39 and 29, and total is 95. Total is 95. You got the total 101, 103 and 95. This is a total of each student. Now you are adding these three, anyhow you have added, that is capital T. We'll see and we will print that also. Okay, before that you have to find out the average. Average is very important because in this program you are finding out the average. Before that, you know what is the value of T value is 299. Okay, T value is 299. You can see over here. N value is what is the n value? N value is 3. Okay, 299 divided by 3. 299 divided by 3 is average. You can see average is 99.66664. 99.66. This is the average marks. This is the average marks, okay, of all the three students. This is the average mark. So because I need to do 299 divided by n is number of students, that is 3. 299 by 3. So now I'm going to print the average. Average is 99.664. I'll click on continue. Okay, now you can see average is 99.66664. this is the average. See here, before going to the next line, you know what is the average? 99. Okay, we'll see the first marks. Okay, Anu's marks is 101. First student 101. Whether it is above average, of course it is above average because average is 99. Second student is Shreyu 103. 103 is above average. 99 above average. Total is above average. Third student Deepak is 95, but average is 99, below average. So there are three students. There are how many students? Three students, where first two students are above average and last student is, that is Deepak, is below average. So this is actually output. We will see now. We will continue with that. So now you should find out above average and below average. For that you need two variables, j and k. We will see why j and k is needed. J is 0 initially and k is 0. You can see here. I'll click on continue. Now for loop. In for loop, you are finding out for three students. You are finding out for how many students? Three students. Initially, I will be 0, I less than 3. I'll click on continue, and here you can see if si dot total. What is si dot total? You know the total value. Total value of first student. First student total is 101. First student total is 101. 101 is greater than average. What is average? Average mark is, you can see over here, 99.6664. So of course it is this one is true. This one is true. So true means above average. Above average. You can see inside this above average j is equal to I. Okay, now it will go inside, since it is true. Okay, it will go inside above average j, and I value is 0 initially. That will be average, above average of j. Okay, that is the first student detail. Now j will be incremented because if any other student comes, means you should enter that. That is why I am incrementing j plus plus. So now j value will be what? Of course j value will be 1. J was 1 and now j value will be, you can see over here, j value will be 1. You can see here j value will be 1. Okay, so above average, if you want, you can see here 0th student is there. Okay, 0. Okay, so now else. Okay, else. Now we'll see what will happen. Again, okay, if then again, once again, this one will continue for second student. Now I value will be 1. I value will be what? 1. 1 is how much? Second student total is 103. Second student total is 103, and of course average value is 99. So again it will be true. Again it will be true. So again it will go inside. It is above average. Second student is also above average. Second student. Okay, and j plus plus. What is that? J plus plus. J will be already 1. You can see j is already 1. Now j will be 2 now. That means j will be 2 over here. That means two students are in above average. J is representing above average and k will represent below average. K is 0 at the moment because only two students are finished and both the students are in above average. So now in above average, two students, you can see over here. You are storing how many students? 0 and 1. That is two students you have stored. Okay, so if you want, you can see below average, nothing has stored in below average. Okay, now we will see. Now I is how much? Now I is 2. 2 means third student. Okay, third student. You know what is the total of third student? That is 95. You can see over here. Third student total is 95 and average is 99. 95 is greater than 99. This is false. So it will go for else part. It will go for else. In else means below average. Else means below average. Okay, and here below average array will be put up. Okay, now you will increment k plus plus. Okay, you will increment the k plus plus you will do, because one student has already added. Okay, now already added, so you will increment the value of k. You can see over here, that is k value is 0. Now I'll click on this continue. Now k value will be 1. Now all the students are finished. All the 3 students are finished. In above average 2 students and below average 1 student. Okay, now you should display who are above and who are below. So you are going to display over here I is equal to 0, I less than j, I plus plus. You can see here it is j. Why j you are using? Because j is for above average. Here you are using k. Why k? Because for below average. So now student scoring above average. Okay, now I will go in, will go inside. For I is equal to 0, I less than j. So you are going to print who are above average. So you know, in above average there are 2 students. The first student name, okay, above average 0 dot name. So you know the first student name, okay, is Anu. You can see over here above, that is Anu. Okay, you can see over here Anu is the first student, and it is going to print. If you want, you can see it on the this one. Anu student scoring above average is Anu, that is 101. Not 1. Name and marks are printed. This is the marks of Anu and name of the student. Okay, now I'll click on continue. Now again second student, because I value will be 1, I will be incremented. Okay, j is already j is 2, because it is incremented 2. So now the second student name will be printed. So you can see second student name is Shreyu 103. So these two will come in above average. Now this for loop, okay, this for loop will be false now. Okay, and now student scoring below average. Now it will go to student scoring below average. I'll click on this. Now it will go here. If you want, you can see here student scoring below average. Student scoring below average. So that's very important. Above average students, these two. Okay, now it is going to print below average. We'll see how it works. Okay, now I is equal to 0, I less than k. Okay, now you know that k is for what? Below average. You can see over here k is 1, and it will print name and total. Okay, you can see over here Deepak 95. Deepak 95. Okay, now I'll click on this, and this finishes the program. This finishes the program debugging. So this is a structure program where you will take input. Okay, where we will take the input. Okay, you can see over here, enter the number of students 3, and we have put up the name and marks of each student, and finally the details of students, that is these are the total 101, 103 and 95, and average marks is 99. Okay, there are two things: who are above average, who are below average. 99, who are above 99? 2 students, student 1 and student 2, that is Anu 101 and Shreyu 103. These 2 students are above average. Okay, and finally you have Deepak, that is below average in this example, program. So I hope you have understood this program, and all this program. And very important thing, make sure that when you are giving structure, always you should end the structure with the semicolon. That is a syntax. That is a very important thing, because in C normally that will be forgotten. So that's a very important thing. When you end this, when you end the structure, the end will be ended with semicolon. Okay, and thank you so much, and don't forget to share, like and subscribe. Thank you so much.